175 centimeter long Doomsday fish just washed up.
What the hell?
I've never seen anything like that.
The Antichrist dude, what he's saying is terrifying.
Update on the dark web shoes. I got a VCR and I'm playing the tape.
We're all gonna see it sooner or later. Barry, fast forward to the horny stuff.
Hey, what's up y'all? Welcome back to another Bryce is Right. I hope you've all had a great freaking weekend, and I hope y'all are ready to dive into this week that Bryce is Right way, where we dive down deep into some of the creepiest and freakiest videos I could find in the deepest, darkest corners of TikTok. And nah, these aren't your ordinary videos. They're gonna be blowing your mind, making your head spin, and having you question your reality. And of course, before we get started, let's go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content, and leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Let us know what's up. And y'all know what time it is. Let's go ahead and dive right in, y'all. Let's get it. Man, we had Tornado Central. Not before last. Yeah, it was getting scary. Had to open up the tornado shelter. Yeah.
The creator of ChatGPT has just come out and told all of us to stop saying please and thank you when we're using AI. He said it's costing tens of millions of dollars every day in wasted electricity. So I'm a professor studying our online lives, and around 67% of people are really respectful to AI. They say please and thank you. They speak to it really nicely, and it's not about money, they say.
Stop. Okay?
Safety first.
Safety is first. We don't want to get a bad reputation.
It's about kind of maintaining our humanness in this world. So a bit of a moral dilemma. Should we side with Sam Altman and go with efficiency, even though it actually does help climate change? Or is it really important to kind of maintain our human values, and speaking nicely to others, whether it's humans or bots, is just the right thing to do?
I mean, that's simple. Just say thank you at the end of your last sentence or question.
Oh my gosh! So what is that?
What the hell?
Okay. He just went into another universe.
Are we at the stage of the disclosure that unidentified objects, UAPs, UFOs, other life, just don't care if we see them in the skies anymore? Take a look at this video that's coming out of Texas, captured around June 6, 2025. The witnesses actually capture two different UFOs, and the smaller one is clearly entering the bigger ship, and it was caught all on camera. And no, these are not planes. Take a look at this video, comment below, tell me what you think.
Man, that's pretty apparent that it looks like a ship and something going up inside of it, but I wonder where that's at in Texas. Yeah, I mean, pretty apparent. No sound. Sheesh. Okay. Oh, wow.
Okay, guys, so this is an actual video that I took of the clouds just a minute ago. Look at the grids. So I'm going to show a little bit of it, but I'm going back and forth just so you can see before I use the iPhone features to adjust the lighting. Look at that. In the sky, it's like these chips, grids, codes, some type of, like, look at that.
Pixelation,
I'm
maybe?
going to zoom in so you guys can see how unique that is, because I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Wow.
That is so unusual, so rare. Like, I don't have an answer for this at all.
The Antichrist dude, Abdullah Hashem. What he's saying is terrifying.
Right, yeah.
And people are like, he's the Antichrist. I'm like, he's like, I'm not the Antichrist. I'm the successor of Jesus Christ, the successor of Simon Peter, the true Pope. He's the founder of a Mahdi, religion of peace and light. His quote is, personally sent by Jesus Christ to deliver the end time message. Or he is the messenger sent to the Abrahamic religion, so Christianity, Judaism, and Muslim. He openly calls on Christians to obey him in his divine authority.
Oh boy.
But they like interviewed like some of his followers, and they've witness him performing miracles. A couple of them that apparently he's brought people back from the dead.
Oh.
This one lady said that he literally made the moon disappear one time. And it's like, I'm not saying this, it could just be a social media thing, but also be on the lookout for him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
David Copperfield did that too.
Yeah,
so
he did.
it's not a big deal.
But they never showed that.
They never did. No.
Don't try and church it up, son.
The Antichrist dude.
What is that? Did you see that?
That's weird.
What the freak is that? Oh my god, let me go on my balcony. Wait.
What the hell was that?
Oh, it went away. Fuck.
Maybe it's a bomb?
What the fuck is that? Yo. Something was on fire over there. Wow. By the time I ran from my room to my balcony, it was gone.
Yeah, I'm thinking explosion.
The following video is from a man named Alex. He was at his job site when he saw something weird, what appeared to be an unidentified creature watching them from the roof of the structure. Now, this video is honestly all about perception. I've shown it to different people, and some see a baby owl, others see an alien, and others still see something that they don't know what it could be.
This looks
Take
like
a look at this video.
lemur.
Tell me what you see.
Look at that dude.
What is that?
Come on, dude. There's a mini human in there. Nah. We're chilling, working, his fool popped his head out.
This looks like a lemur or like a maybe an owl. I don't know. It's like a baby Magneto with the helmet.
Look at that dude.
See it? Looked like it was dropping little balls.
Oh my god. Y'all know what that is?
A jellyfish?
Dude, I believe that's a Japanese man of war, bro. Should I touch it? No, just kidding. I'd be dead, I think, right? Isn't that motherfucker the most poisonous? Should I grab it by his bubble?
I said, who's got bad karma?
The worst karma, Skip. Dude, right here, Skip.
Wow.
Get it back in the
Look
ocean.
at homie. That shit's crazy, bro. Fuck that dude, man. He just waiting to fuck somebody's day up. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I don't fuck with the ocean. Fuck this, dude. We got fucking Japanese man of war. Just fucking cooling it. Oh man, dude, I want to touch it. Will it kill me or will it just hurt bad? I think I could take it, but I don't want to die. Just kidding.
Okay, this is an update on the dark web shoes. I got a VCR and I'm playing the tape. It's a little bit over an hour long and it is very bizarre. I'll show you guys the first couple seconds of it.
The shoe man?
I don't really know what to make a lot of it. There's definitely parts of it that I can't show on stream. I'm going through and writing down when those are. And then I'll try to not show them when we go through it. But yeah, I don't really know what to make of this thing. So I'll be live at 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm actually so glad I used a P.O. box.
Did you make a copy? Because if you made a copy, we could watch the copy.
Ahí va el otro pegado, mira.
What the hell is that? Oh, it looks like a 34 maybe?
¿Pero qué es?
¿Qué es?
That's definitely a balloon.
¿Qué es eso? Compa, los zoom, compa.
Ya lo estoy haciendo, pero...
No es drone, ¿verdad?
No, compa, ¿qué va a hacer drone esa madre?
Since we were talking about fake news, this is going to come up because it's been going on since we've been recording here. Elon and Trump seem to be in a bit of a spat. Joe, you want to check the tweet that Elon just put out a little bit ago?
Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files.
That's exactly right. And it is a disgusting disgrace.
That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Jesus Christ.
I'm not participating in any of that conversation
What is
between
he?
Elon
Have a
and Trump.
nice day, DJT. Someone should take his phone away.
They're going back and forth about different things. And
Yeah.
Well, he said he was disappointed in Elon.
yeah, they told him to leave.
Jesus Christ, that's a crazy thing to say. How does he know? Does he know that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files? Or does he have access to the Epstein files?
I don't know how he would, but I'm just staying out of the Trump Elon thing. That's way outside
What
my
the
lane.
are they doing?
I know my lane, and that ain't it.
I just don't. I mean, I understand he owns Twitter. I think it's bad for your mental health.
That's terrible. Terrible.
Okay, look at this. The sunset is down here on Door Street. But what is this over here? What is that?
That neighborhood.
In the sky. They go to sunset down here. How can this be here?
There's no telling. That'd be so funny. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Y'all, my mama planning on moving, and this the house that she planning on moving in, because we just found this type shit. Y'all, when I tell y'all this house look like somebody
How many stories is it?
getting kidnapped in this house and locked up in this house. Yes, oh my God, look at the basement, first of all. Look at this. It look like people been locked up down here. Look at this.
Okay.
And then it's a shower right here. So that means he used to make them shower right here. Like, why would you put a shower right here? He used to make them shower right here.
That's weird.
Like, why would you put a shower right here?
How's it hanging?
Then look at this. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all. Look at the sink. Like somebody been eating. They be eating right here. Then look at this, y'all. Look at this. This is the. Look at this. Like, it's literally a cage, bro. It's cages down here. Look. Like somebody been locked up down here in this basement. This is like sad. Look, what
That's
are those?
crazy.
Look at these. Like somebody been locked up. Look. Oh yes! Like somebody been tied down here. Oh my God.
Touch
Man, look
that.
at the hooks.
Was that
Oh
lights,
my
man?
God. Oh my God.
That's
We can't
creepy. That girl's so skinny. She need to eat. Weirdo.
This is one of those videos that no one would believe you unless they saw it. Now imagine you're sitting on your couch watching TV, it's a normal afternoon, when suddenly an entity yanks a glass literally out of your hand. Because that's exactly what happened to this man. And it absolutely terrified he and his wife. Take a look at this footage, comment below, tell me what you think.
You can see it like get pulled up from the bottom like he's gripping it good. That's crazy. But it almost looks like the water is moving. Now that is scary. Better get out the damn water, kids. That's stressful. That shit's strong as hell. Let's get a jet ski out there, man. Damn. Be some fun surfing though. That's insane, dude. Dang, that's in New York? Okay.
Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is going to collide with the Andromeda Galaxy, which is at least twice as big as us, in about 4 billion years. That in itself is crazy, but what a lot of people don't realize is that there's a whole other galaxy that's also going to collide. So 3 galaxies are going to have a giant space collision. This is the Triangulum Galaxy, and it's currently about 3 million light years away from us, and it is, behind the Milky Way and Andromeda, the 3rd biggest galaxy in our neighborhood of space. It's about half the size of the Milky Way, and it's forming a lot of stars. It's a very, very active galaxy. Some scientists think that the Triangulum Galaxy already collided with Andromeda and is on track to circle back and collide with it again. This will happen around the same time that the Milky Way and Andromeda are colliding, potentially a little after or a little before, which would mean the two of them together would be colliding with the Milky Way. And even though it looks like these stars are really densely packed, there probably won't be any actual collisions because between those stars is a lot of space. But it will be a really, really pretty show.
That's really cool. I don't know if we'll see it though. Damn.
Guy in front of him was talking shit and he puked on his son during the baseball game. Yeah. Guy's a turkey vulture.
The omen said, enough. Little DJ.
I'm Why suppress thousands, maybe tens of thousands of inventions that could clean our planet and provide free energy for everyone on Earth? The money and Kyla, yep. There are literally hundreds of trillions of dollars at stake. So next time you're arguing with a friend or family member about climate change, remember the energy industry and the United States government want you to hate each other. Don't play into their hands. A declassified document made in the 1970s lists categories of inventions that are considered secret. One of those categories is for energy systems that are more than 70 to 80% efficient, and solar panels that are more than 20% efficient. If you patent an efficient energy or propulsion device, it gets slapped with a secrecy order. Do you want proof? In 1971, over 50 years ago, someone patented a solar panel that was 20% efficient. It was made secret. You could have had solar panels on your house for years, but you never knew they existed. Today, solar panels are only slightly better than 20% efficient. Imagine how much they could have improved if the technology had not been hidden for 40 years. So what about green energy? It's a scam.
That! Sorry.
Wow. That dude's the legend.
Y'all, our world is going through some changes right now, and I don't
it?
even know how to explain some of these things. So I'm going to do what I do best, and I'm going to
Shut the fuck up!
Biological versus technological. Scientists restored sight in mice, but also allowed them to see a greater wavelength of colors. This is going to be directly applicable to human beings. If you have damage to your retina, you could have an artificial retina placed in, communicate directly with your brain, but allow you to see greater wavelengths, including things like infrared. A group of researchers were experimenting with different materials that could be used to restore sight in mice, and it actually worked. They're hoping to move to higher models soon, so that means things like macaque monkeys.
Hey look, it's like my thumb is my cock.
Or even potentially chimpanzees before moving to people. This relies on tellurium nanowires, creating a mesh that would go at the back of the eye. Normally, the types of cells in the back of our eye actually tell us what wavelengths we can see. There's things like mantis shrimp who have 16 different types of cones that hypothetically would allow them to see a great number of different kinds of colors that we couldn't even imagine. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Mantis shrimp do not have the kind of brain that we have that help us process the information. Instead, the cones are used to process color information on the cellular level, so they can't see much more than we can. But if you were to take cones and put them in your eyes, there's a good chance you could see things that you can't now. Now, the diagrams in this paper are just delightful. When mice successfully signaled that they had seen infrared light, they would get a little reward. Now, the cool thing about this is that the mice did not have any trouble learning to use the new spectrum of color. Their brains were able to process it into information they could act on. And that means your brain probably would too. What we're really seeing here, aside from the medical applications, is taking medical applications to the next level, giving people superhuman abilities along with repairs. And I could definitely see this being recreational. Biological versus technological.
What the shit? Hello, mate.
How's this for golf today? We've all decided to settle in the middle of the fairway.
They said, nah, first I'm gonna get is a redneck. Whack it. Whack the ball. Yeah, I'd be scared. There's a mob right there. They're about to jump you. Take your golf clubs.
You suck, you jackass.
É de verdade isso aqui, viu? Aqui é de verdade, gente. Olha só, olha que coisa mais linda. Nossa, você deve estar docinho.
Hey guys, at Tabor Pizza, we solved the problem.
for the people who like to start from the crust first. So now you could just eat from the crust first.
Only if it's stuffed
and
crust.
still have somewhere to hold on to your pie. So come on down and try your crust first pie.
Is anybody else thinking what I'm thinking now? Like back in the day, there was a video.
Take a look inside. It's my in a box.
It's in a box.
You'd open that box and there would be something else in that pizza. Oh wow, that was cool. What is this place? What's in their water? It's pretty cool.
Let me see that thong. Like it when the beat go.
I don't know where that's at, but
That dude that founded Oculus, he started this company. It's pretty genius, but also really scary. He formed his own Stark Industries, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. And so instead of the U.S. government raising tax dollars to fund Boeing or Lockheed Martin to build a weapon, he already builds them and then he sells them. So his stuff is like crazy advanced, and it's all AI stuff.
Yeah.
He was the one, the drone with the truck, the boom.
Oh, that one.
Okay.
What they're not saying is that he will be selling to other countries too.
Yeah,
and that's, that's the military. What do we call it?
Industrial complex.
Yes. The fighter jet that he made, it's an AI fighter jet. It's totally autonomous, but it's built using commercialized parts. Like the engine is from a Boeing 747 commercial plane.
Modding it just enough to make it work.
Like
Maybe the way
bring
he
the
wants.
prices down and stuff like that.
People like that rise to power because they realize inefficiencies in the processes that exist in government. When you take things like AI and the ability to leverage other companies, they're going to be able to build things better without all the bureaucracy and the red tape that comes with massive companies within the government industry. But
you would think.
That's scary. I mean, it's good, but it's scary. He said, I'm gonna be the real GOAT. I don't care what y'all say. He said, hold my flip-flop. But how do I get it back on? That's trippy cool. Gonna put me back in the 90s.
For the record, I haven't told him anything. Okay, just tell me what you see.
Oh my god, come on.
I told. So a few of y'all were asking about this, so I decided to it popped back up, so I put it back in here.
What the fuck?
A lot of y'all asked about it.
I feel it. I've been under the influence of mind-altering substances a lot, but I've never seen anything like that.
I showed over 100 people, and I kept asking myself, how are all of us seeing the same thing?
Oh my god. It's changing shapes right there.
The laser was revealing numbers and letters running in a pattern.
They're almost like this big here, and it looks like code.
It looked like... That was a thick laser. That's why I told you.
And I just want to take a picture of it and translate it. Wow. You see that? Okay, so yeah, it's not stuck.
No.
It's not because of the light.
No, it's on its own side. Light is just literally revealing it.
And each angle shows you different layers, different ways through it. I can see through the wall. It's not like a hallucination. It has spatial awareness and permanence. I don't know. Whoa.
For centuries, mankind has attempted to explore these psychedelic, altered states, but we've never had a repeatable, testable phenomenon to observe until now.
Wow. It's like you can see through the laser into another dimension.
I mean, like, take yourself to that. Like, I just made a connection that nobody...
These are some of the craziest things on Earth that astronauts have witnessed from outer space. Astronauts have seen volcanoes on Earth erupt from space. This is a volcano in Russia, and this is a volcano in Italy where you can see multiple points of eruption. They've also seen some absolutely insane lightning. This is a blue jet, and this is what red sprites look like from outer space. They look like something out of Stranger Things. And hurricanes, somehow even more terrifying when you can fully see them and see yourself passing over them. Seeing the eye of a hurricane from space?
Wow.
No. Wildfires must be so weird to see from outer space. Like watching destruction on a planet that you're not on. What about dust storms? Like dust storms carried from the desert across the ocean. And astronauts get to see multiple sunrises and sunsets every single day with views of Earth's atmosphere, including the auroras, which are just even better from space. That's ridiculous. And let me know if you want more, because there's a lot more. Like, imagine seeing this.
I just want to let you know, the back of your head is ridiculous.
Y'all made fun of me. Y'all made fun of me when I said that I had a phobia of swimming pools. Would you swim in this swimming pool with these freaking bars on it and the grate and all of that on it? No. I'm not even joking when I say this is the worst swimming pool I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, what do you mean there's bars? What do you mean? What do you mean? How do you know there's not a shark or a whale behind there? Could you imagine opening your eyes underwater and seeing these freaking prison bars? Oh my God, what are they trying to keep out? Thank my friend Anisha for sending me these photos. I'm going to link her down below. She's the one that posted these first, and she said I can make a video of this. No. It's the Sansom Walk Middle Pool, and I believe it's in the UK. I'm supposed to take my very first trip to England this year, and I think I might not go anymore, because if this is there,
Are a very particular set of skills.
Oh, how lovely.
Skills I've acquired over a very long career.
How wonderful.
Like, what is this? What is this?
Oh, scary. Oh, shiver my timbers. Shut up, man.
Like, why are you afraid of pools? Like, it's not Final Destination. You know, and you get sucked down to the bottom. What? Is this a Tool concert or what? That's super creepy. It almost doesn't look like a blow-up doll though, right? Huh. I don't know. That was a good view, for sure. There's some shitty pictures.
I bet you didn't know you could do this at the beach. Watch this. As the wave's coming in, we're going to follow the wave line until the wave stops and starts going back out. And then we're going to follow it out just a little bit, and then you're just going to dig. Dig, dig, dig. You usually don't got to dig too far, just a little bit. Yeah. Dig in this area. Okay, nothing there. Watch. Gotta find something. Watch. Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh. Come here, little rascal. Come here. All right, we're gonna rinse him off. Here we go. And oh, boom! Look at this. There he is. It's a little sand piggy. Oh, it's a little sand piggy. Oh, he's trying to dig down into my hand. This is a mole crab. I call them sand piggies, and watch what they can do. All right, I found a nice little pool here. Now watch what happens. Watch. Now you see the sand piggy. Now you don't. Oh my gosh! Fleas, huh? Patrick Star, what are you doing out here, dude? You're supposed to be in Bikini Bottom. Don't worry, Patty boy. I'll save you. There's no tide pools around, so we're gonna have to eat him way out there. Later, Patty boy.
Nice. Sand piggies, huh? Ooh. You're giving goosebumps. That was so good looking.
A 175 centimetre long Doomsday fish just washed up on an Aussie beach, and some believe it's a bad omen. The oarfish is a deep-sea creature that usually lives up to 1,000 metres below the surface. Many people believe the so-called Doomsday fish is linked to natural disasters like earthquakes. There has long been speculation that the deep-sea species could be brought to the surface during underwater tremors, although this has not been scientifically proven. Associations between oarfish and earthquakes date back to 17th century Japan, and were renewed in 2011 after 20 were spotted ahead of the earthquake that sparked the Fukushima nuclear disaster.
It's Godzilla!
However, there is no scientific evidence that the two are connected. What do you think?
Such a pretty fish. We were seeing those like last year or the year before.
Whoa!
I want to say it might have been last year. I just love how that snow is just like glistening. I need to get me a telescope. Anybody recommend a good telescope? That's legit. Thank you. I hate seeing all that trash in the ocean. I just hate seeing trash, period. So it's bacteria eating it?
It's a gerbil. How did that get in your bag?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just got a bit of a back cramp. Just keep packing it in.
How long was he standing there doing all them dances?
This man claims that him and his whole family are vampires. Watch
This guy swears he's a vampire and claims that his entire family is too. Nick, a content creator, went viral back in 2020 after showing off his sharp fangs and color-changing eyes to the world. In his videos, he tries to convince his followers that everything is 100% real. No filters, no edits, no tricks. In some clips, he even calls for his brother, who appears with insane speed and reveals he has fangs too. In another video, Nick shows off a sun protection ring, and since many started calling him a fake, he says he's going to prove his speed using a stopwatch.
Watch this.
Something ain't adding up. Can I at least get my money?
8 seconds go by, and this dude's moving at lightning
You
speed.
can do all that, but you gotta duct tape your phone to the dang
And then it gets
tripod.
weirder. To prove once and for all that his teeth are real, he grabs a perfect apple, shows it's untouched, and that there's nothing in his mouth. Then he bites it hard, revealing whether those fangs are truly real or just another internet performance. The question is, do you really believe that he and his whole family are actual vampires, or is he just really good at editing? Good enough to fool thousands of people?
Gotcha, bitch!
Honestly.
It's time to do this. You watch. You wait for the green light and the tin.
Suck on! Suck on!
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Look at this right now in Brandon Kopic's tailgate. He's got a storm chasing him through the dusty roads of West Texas right now. That's a confirmed tornado.
These people chase storms, man. They're wild.
While a solid 8 hours of sleep a night is a non-negotiable for most, there are some people who seem fresh-faced and ready to go after just 3 or 4. They're not crazy or hyped up on caffeine. Instead, studies have shown they're biologically programmed to function on fewer hours than the rest of us. They're called naturally short sleepers and can function fine after just 4 to 6 hours of sleep without feeling the effects. That, for us mere mortals, is reduced cognitive function, mood changes, tiredness, and a greater risk of chronic disease. This is because they're getting all of the benefits of a full night's sleep in less time, essentially sleeping more efficiently. A new study analysed by the Chinese Academy of Sciences has identified one cause of the phenomenon, a mutation in the SIK3 gene, which regulates sleep. While it is common for busy people or world leaders to brag about how little rest they get, Kevin Rudd and Margaret Thatcher both slept for just 4 hours a night. Most are not actually naturally short sleepers. We are chronically sleep deprived, which can lead to a reliance on catch-up naps or weekend sleep-ins, and can negatively impact physical and mental health in the long run.
It does, that little sleep will mess with you over time. Isn't that crazy? How's that storm in Texas? Looks like a mothership. Sheesh. That's insane.
I hope that's all in there. Look at that sucker. A snapper.
Ninja Turtle.
Wow. He ready to snap too.
The most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's watermelon inside a watermelon.
Have you seen this clip and heard the backstory of what's going on here? It's just incredible there. So as you know, it has been raining and flooding like crazy in Louisiana, just outside of Baton Rouge, because of all the storms coming in off the Gulf. And so the authorities went out on canoes in the water systemages to find people and creature critters so that they wouldn't all drown. And they're worried about all the creature critters that can't swim. And as they were canoeing out, they said all of a sudden, these 3 alligators swam up to them with these creature critters on their backs. That is a possum, a skunk, and a raccoon. And they said it was like magical, as if these alligators were like, we know that these animals are in grave danger, and usually we would eat them as a snack treat, but we're not going to. We're going to help them survive. And I think it's just a good example of how nature sometimes comes together. And us humans should do the same thing. Even though we're different, we should come together as one, because we are one. And I just think it's a beautiful story here.
The new Noah's shark, but alligator style.
It is becoming apparent, and this is not fantasy, that everyone is connecting with the 4th dimension. Your inside, your emotion is the 4th dimension. It is the dark feminine, the dark goddess. Your inner power is how you connect to everything out here. It is how you see the world. It is how you live your best life or your worst. They tried to talk about this in the 1920s and no one listened. So I'm going to bring it back, because clearly right now we're going through a renaissance of awakening where people are seeing and experiencing this 4th dimensional space and creating technologies around it, organic and metal. So in the book 4-Dimensional Vistas from the 1920s, you can get inner freedom by engaging with this 4th dimension. Instead of materialistic thinking and linear time, you practice non-linear time. You see time as circular. You observe things from a higher dimension. You are still embodied, but you have higher dimensional awareness. This 4th dimension is the same thing as the collective unconscious, which is literally becoming conscious. It speaks in symbols. And if you have trauma and fear, you're not going to see those symbols in their truth. You're going to see them covered with fear and literal demons. There's so many books on this. It also links the 4th dimension to fractals and sacred geometry. Like in the book Project Ornament, 1915, W.B. Yeats also talked about this in the 1920s. Spirals, archetypal forces. If you like the book Siddhartha, this book was even better. The Glass Bead Game, where in the future they had a sacred symbol language, and it's about embodiment and becoming the game, not transcending the game. The kicker is the more you heal, the more you access it.
I like that girl, man, but sometimes her videos are way too long. Did that baby just get super lucky? He said, man, I'm going to be a superstar one day on the motorcycles, I promise you. Like, why would you have that right there?
Big deal. Up and over!
Have you ever heard of the dude named Walter Russell?
No.
Just want to preface beforehand, he was not a Christian. In 1926, he had a 39-day period of cosmic illumination. He was basically in like a trance. There was this being that came to him and was teaching him everything about the universe.
Okay, so this wasn't self-induced.
No.
Something visited him?
So he said he had direct union with the universal consciousness. And what this thing told him was that everything is actually made up of light. It's not physical. Like our life that we're experiencing right now is just a projection of this universal consciousness. So we're basically living inside the consciousness of this God.
Yeah.
But he like was writing out like math formulas and stuff to like prove this advanced science. But this dude had no scientific background. He's like, this is just what they showed me. He stated that humanity needed to live in alignment with the universal law and divine order, or it would suffer chaos, war, and collapse. He was ignored and dismissed by everyone in mainstream science. But this is where it gets weird. Nikola Tesla approached him and he said, keep your ideas secret until you have proof. Wow. He said, you should lock them up in a safe for 1,000 years.
That's cool.
And then that's it.
I do love that that's a great way to get somebody to not talk to you though.
Yeah.
You should write all of this down. Don't tell a soul.
For 1,000 years.
Put it in a safe. It's so important.
Don't
ever say it again.
They'll get it eventually, I promise.
Man, but that is scary though.
Well, yeah, because Nikola Tesla, he was harnessing some knowledge that he talked about getting from an entity as well.
I haven't heard that.
Huh. That you just saw flash on the screen, I'll show it to you more in a minute, was a literal demon. Not just a demon, it looked exactly like the devil as portrayed today in the 21st century at this stuff happening in LA and California. Just to show you, give you a measurement of how evil this stuff really is, along with the 6.6 earthquake in Colombia and the 6.6 earthquake in the Middle East, the big beautiful bill, the 666 like I showed you before, the Doomsday fish, the weather, the suns, everything like I showed you before, it's all freaking evil. So a quick update, then we'll get back to the demon. There's a tactical alert in California and they're stopping all trains and all moving traffic to these locations. Tonight is going to be absolutely insane. Even from last night, this morning, I showed you all the explosions, I showed you all the looting, I showed you all the stuff happening, all the weird objects being placed around LA, and now this popped up right before a flag was burned. You can literally see the horn, the ear, the eyes, the nose. I'm about to show you the video now, but if you're on TikTok, you're not going to be able to see the rest of this video.
What's that? Oh, astronomers have discovered a flashing signal towards Earth that happens every 44 minutes. Tell me more. That's right, they're calling it ASKAP, and it's emitting radio waves as well as X-rays towards Earth for 2 minutes at a time every 44 minutes. Oh, goody. They haven't quite determined what it is trying to tell us, but they think it's similar to that of Morse code. Love it. They located this about 15,000 light years away in a galaxy called Scutum. Was reported that one of the astronomers, as he was looking at the flashing light through the telescope, he felt as if his mind was stuck and repeating itself over and over, almost like he had a concussion. Lovely. What are we trying to be told from this? Okay.
I just still don't see how you can see that far away.
Decided to stop.
I can't comprehend it.
And still on Highway 66 heading east. It is about to
You can't
cross.
even get down to the bottom of the ocean.
There is a cool little antique yard right here. There she goes.
Freaking Red
No,
Bull.
just stay here. Just stay here. Trying to get people out of the path.
Hell no. Keep that thing out of here. Oh. You know what that means?
What? Even slower than that?
Yeah, like even slower than that.
What kind of style?
Like Griselda.
Griselda? Oh, like very, very slow?
Like a real, yeah.
You would think I'm Lil Surrey.
The way I cruise through interior black, exterior looking bruised blue. If you looking for me, call me. I'm giving blues clues. You can't kill something that died, now make it move, dude. Front on me, you get stomped like grape wine, up close and personal, nigga. That's FaceTime. Haters surround everybody, but they don't say shit, cause they know running they mouths to get them facelifts. I'm either riding shoddy with a shoddy or treating them like trapeze. We catch bodies. I'ma still bang when I'm old. I'm Charles Barkley, high like a Marley. I'm totally gnarly. My niggas direct the movies, that mean the plot could change. We crash your wall, trust, it ain't a stock exchange. I modified my Glock, now we don't pop the same. That bitch stutter, she got a lot to say. 50th floor, the Viceroy. My Airbnb can pay for your place. Don't play with your life, boy.
Well, hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another Bryce is Right. I hope y'all have a great freaking week. Be sure you smash that like button, subscribe, or make sure you do all three: like, subscribe, and comment, so you enter your chance to win. Y'all have made this dream possible, so thank you once again. And try and stay cool out there. I know it's starting to get hot. Avoid them tornadoes like the plague. And thank y'all once again. We will see y'all next time. All right, y'all. Peace.
It was a killer journey, to say the least, and it was one that changed them all forever. The end.
Let's go.